recommended that I call Mike Jensen. I'm so glad I did. Him and Fran have turned into great friends of ours, and he's kind of like an uncle that I don't have in the area here, so I can look to them for advice for anything with our house. I feel so comfortable I could email him with any questions that I have. He and Fran are both great, but Mike is just so awesome at his job. He made me feel so comfortable. We sold our condo and then bought another house in Solon this year, so we've worked with him multiple times, and I've recommended him to many of my friends. He's just amazing. Happy holidays.
My charity this year is the American Heart Association. All of my grandparents died from some form of heart disease, and Fran's father died young from heart disease. And heart disease is the #1 killer in the world, not to be a downer on the evening here, and stroke is #2. And the American Heart Association does so much for research and education. It is cardiovascular diseases are very preventable. But we all know how difficult that is. So also my second child, Jamie, works for the American Heart Association and is a fundraiser for them. But we really got involved because of all the family history, and I think it's a great organization, and they do a lot of education like the CPR training we just had here at Leppi-Cragur. So thank you so much for your help and for your donation. Merry Christmas.
Hey Jeff, it's Rick and Angie. We just want to thank you for all your help this year with buying, selling. We've used you numerous times, and we would continue to use you a ton more.
You made it fun. We appreciated your honesty. We loved all of your nicknames for us and everyone that we dealt with, and you just kept it real and
always go above and beyond.
Always went above and beyond to answer all of our questions day or night, no matter what time it was. So thank you, and
go Hawks!
Hey, thank you so much, Leppi-Cragur agents. I really appreciate your willingness and generosity to support a charity that I think is very important, the Iowa City Community School District Foundation. The foundation supports our schools, and that's very dear to me because I have 2 children in the school district right now, an 8th grader and a sophomore at West High. And I know it's important to our business because it's one of the attractions that brings people to our community, but obviously very important to our community as well. The school districts alone cannot fund the additional financial support that schools and students require. The foundation provides a means for our community to become involved in public education and to make a difference in our schools and the lives of our students. The funds raised in our communities will support innovative programs and provide and enrich educational opportunities. Your contribution will ensure the success of our most precious resource, our children, today and in the future. Thanks again for your generous gift, and I'm really proud of everybody at Leppi-Cragur Realtors.
Thank you, Terry, for showing us our perfect home.
And for showing us a million others. Thanks.
I just want to thank you for the contribution to a charity of my choice. My selection will be the Tipton Friends of the Animals. It is a no-limit time shelter, so it's a no-kill shelter. And Cedar County doesn't have the same mechanisms that Johnson County has in terms of getting nonprofits, fundraising activities, and all of that. So I'm kind of going with the underdog, which I guess is appropriate. I didn't think of that for an animal shelter. It's the underdog animal shelter. But they do a really nice job. And to me, the Tipton Friends of the Animals, what makes them unique is that, to me, it's typically Iowan. They saw there was a need, they saw there was a problem, and they went to the grassroots level and they created this Friends of the Animal back in the early 2000s. And since it's a no-kill shelter, I particularly like that, and the staff is run totally voluntary. I don't think anybody is paid for anything. So when you contribute there, the money goes directly towards the animals. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, as do the cats and dogs and other pets. Thank you.
I couldn't decide, so I have two. They are Arc of Southeast Iowa and Hills and Dales in Dubuque, Iowa. I have a personal involvement with them both. Some of you may have met my son Colin, who is a delightful but special needs boy. He got lots of help from Arc of Southeast Iowa. There are caregivers that are underpaid, and it's staffed by angels. They do remarkable work for disabled children and adults. Colin now lives at Hills and Dales. There are 38 children there. It's called an ICFMR. It's a home with 24/7 nursing care, 38 children, and it's staffed by angels. Their slogan is building meaningful lives, and they do. They take people that otherwise would not have a chance, otherwise would have challenged and difficult lives, and they get the best out of them. Colin now uses an iPad. They swear he'll have a job and live never independently, but in a home with other adults as he grows up. And they're worthy causes, they're underfunded, they deserve our help, and they get it.
Well, as everyone knows, Lepic Krager has been in the making for a long time. I guess 43 years, they say. Well, I've been a part of that for many of those years, and I, in the last few years, have thought about when it was going to be my time to get out and what was going to be my steps. Obviously, the biggest steps was finding the replacements at Lepic Krager, and over the past 6-7 years, thought about it hard, thought about what I wanted to have. We saw Jeff Dill come in a while back and has done a tremendous job. But over the past 3 or 4 years, we've seen Jeff Edberg, Mike Jensen, and Terry Larson step in. Those weren't just people that came along and we asked to be partners. They were ones that we looked for. We had come in and had work with us. We talked to them, and over the past couple of years made the decisions to have them be new partners at Lepic Krager. I'm here today to tell you I'm extremely excited about the decisions that we made over the past few years and exactly what's happened at Lepic Krager since then. I want to congratulate Jeff, Mike, and Terry on what a great job you have done. Obviously, I still share great feelings for Lepic Krager. It really matters to me, the future of this company, and I know that we are in great hands now under your leadership. And I have really watched that, as everyone knows, the past few months. And you have really pleased me. The way you've handled all the adversity and the way you've handled all the great things that have come out in the past 2 or 3 months makes me really excited, makes me really feel happy about the future of Lepic Krager. So I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. You have given me a tremendous Christmas present, owners, and I look forward to Lepic Krager going forward. I look forward to being bigger and stronger than it ever has been, and I want to thank all the agents that are still at Lepic Krager. Thank you very much for sticking with us and knowing that this is the best real estate company in Iowa City. Thanks, everyone, and Merry Christmas.